I do know you, yet you seem to know me. Or I do not know you, but you seem to know me. Flashback time. The fifth was discovered yesterday. A young girl not yet of age, transformed into a misshapen beast like the others before her.
As if we needed more proof of a pattern. At this rate, any citizen could be next. Tell me you at least learned something from this one.
As I studied her remains myself, 'twas plain a powerful magic had been employed. Vestiges of the enchantment lingered long after. The culprit, I think, is not a man to be trifled with. That is all I can say for now, but you may rest assured that I will ascertain their identity ere long. On my honor as court mage, I swear it. Until I do, however, I would implore you and your fellow knights to dispatch any who turn to show signs, without hesitation.
But these are our kith and kin. Should we not try to keep them alive until a way to reverse their transformation can be found?
Your mercy would place countless others at risk. As a knight of Vaubour, did you not vow to serve all her people? Justice for the weakest among us, was it not? How many such innocents will die before you do what must needs be done?
It pains me deeply, Brandon, but the safety of the royal family is paramount. I fear that to take anything less than the most drastic measures would be to invite death into this castle.
Death is already here. Surely you must see that.
Nope, it's a woman. Whoops. Soldia. I will not let it be whispered that Princess Soldia turned a blind eye to her people's suffering. These crimes are a tragedy that weighs upon every Vaubourtite's soul, mine most of all, and that is why I will take charge of the investigation myself.
My lady, be reasonable. You cannot put yourself in harm's way. You have a responsibility to your subjects.
So I am to gamble with their lives instead? Let them shield me while I alone take shelter and look down on them from on high?
Yes, exactly. You are the princess.
You are Brandon, yes? The new recruit? A rather promising one from what the captain has told me. You will attend me personally.
My lady?
You heard me. I will not stand idly by when I have the power to make a difference. Together we will see justice done for all, as your vow and your princess demand.
Lady Soldia, I understand. Forgive me my hesitation. My life and my sword are yours to command.
I have great expectations for you. I trust you will not disappoint me. Right. There is no telling when our culprit will strike again. So, we must begin our investigation at once. There are witnesses to be questioned, clues to be gathered. Come.
Now? Lady Soldia! Lady Soldia!
Alright, have a good night, Tin Pan. Thank you for joining, man. Have a fantastic evening and rest well, my friend.
Ever the stubborn child. I wish you the best of luck, Brandon. You will need it and more.
Hey, are you alright?
The way you were holding your head, as if racked by a terrible pain. What happened to you just now?
I saw into your past.
Lady Soldia, you saw her with your mind's eye? Then it is as I suspected. You have the gift too. You are like Brandon.
What do you mean he's like Brandon?
Why have you come to me? What is it you seek?
CDC, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing fantastic. How are you?
I see. And for this hunt of yours, you have come to Ilmeg in search of the claws of Orthus. I am afraid this is no simple matter. First, I would know that you are capable of facing the eater you seek. There is a spot in a river not far from here in which I used to bathe, until a number of beasts grew equally fond of it. If you are the warrior you claim to be, they should pose no challenge whatsoever. Alright.
It's related to that storyline? Finally done work, so I have a chance to catch up the stream. Alihime! It's always fantastic to see you, Alihime. I literally thought the CDC was on the stream. No. I don't think anyway.
As for you, I have questions.
Righto. For whatever reason, my mind. Nah, you're not dumb. Like anyone, if you're doing something else in particular and you don't see it in the chat, and you heard, "Hello, CDC."
Exemplary timing, Shroud. 'Twas not more than a moment ago that Grandson returned, having at last obliged my humble request.
Humble request, my ass. This one's no better than you more an aristocrat, so accustomed to making others do their bidding. I tell you, there's something off-putting about taking orders from a dog.
Ere you continue and give me cause to reconsider aiding your hunt, but perhaps you should ask your questions.
Fine. Shroud said he saw a vision of you and Brandon looking thick as thieves. You were friends, eh? You know what he's up to now?
Brandon is dead. Brandon is dead. He died a century ago, together with his comrades in an attempt to halt the flood that they themselves set in motion. I presume you speak of the eater that took possession of his corpse.
Dick, aye. But unlikely most eaters, he's been doing more than roam about aimlessly. For some reason, he's been hunting down royal treasures of old Vaubert. And he's been killing anyone who got in his way.
Is he now? Heh, what irony. Even in death he remains a slave to duty, a knight brave and true.
He's a murderer, and I'll not hear it said otherwise. He ruined my life, killed my beloved right before my very eyes. Every night I go to bed dreaming that the day I'll take my revenge.
I see. Truly you have suffered a terrible loss. But while your thirst for vengeance is quite natural and understandable, it is ultimately misguided. Unusual behavior notwithstanding, Dick is nevertheless no more than an eater. To hate him is to hate the sea that claims that ship. The disease that steals the child, the tremor that topples the home, the mindless force of nature that begets destruction driven by fragmented memory.
Don't you dare make excuses for him. You think I wanted any of this? I grew up on a farm. I could barely wield a sword, and now I've got to kill one of the bloody cardinal virtues. Hate and anger and vengeance are all I've got now. My every waking moment is dedicated to plotting his death. It has to be. It has to be. So just tell us where the god's damn ring is, and we'll be on our way.
This is how it has to be, hmm? Why you have to be. You have to be. Nay,
A new recruit has blessed our company.
Thank you to whoever subscribed.
Nay, I think not. You ask too much. Demand far, far too much. And in exchange for what? This I cannot abide.
Are you trying to barter with me, you little shite? Tell me what I want to know, or I'll beat it out of you. Back off, Shroud. I won't let anyone or anything stand between me and Melinda's murderer.
Brandon was a dear friend. To know what an eater disgraces his flesh and his memory pains me more than I can well express. It would bring me great comfort if you were to grant him peace. I should like to share with you a story, if you would be so kind as to join me in Ligaya.
This had better have a point.
Tis beautiful even now, a palace of forgotten dreams. But before it was Ligaya, in the time of Robert it was Grunslicht. The memory of mine in which you walked was of a troubled time, when the people of our kingdom were preyed upon by an ambitious fool. Brandon, then a young knight who had only just won his spurs, had caught the eye of Princess Soldia, who chose him as her personal guardian. However, he was far too inexperienced, and was unable to keep her safe when she ventured outside these walls on one of her investigations. For his failure, he was stripped of his knighthood, and shortly thereafter, he quit Vauxbert. I thought I would never see him again. But then one day he returned, one of several wandering adventurers led by a man named Ardbert, who had accepted our invitation to look into the mysterious transformations which had continued unabated in Brandon's absence. Lady Soldia was overjoyed, and for a time it was like nothing had changed. They spoke often and grew even closer. And then came the day when we learned the truth. When we learned that the architect of our kingdom's suffering was none other than the court mage Tadric.
Flashback time! I'm not the one who's fighting. Oh, great.
Why do they keep putting me in these trials where I play as somebody else?
It's him, Brandon. I'm sorry.
So am I. Come, let's have done with it.
No Ground. Welcome, No Ground, to the stream. I hope you're doing well, my friend. We're doing fantastic. This country you've actually not seen. Do you mind getting spoiled? Well, you might wanna...
It was you, Tadric. Do not deny it! Tormenting our people, twisting and transforming them into monsters. And for what?
Brandon, Brandon, Brandon. And after I took such pains to be rid of you.
You may strip me of my titles, but not my oaths. I shall serve Lady Soldia till my dying breath.
As you like. Once I have killed you and your friends, there will be no one left to stop me from claiming the throne. Hear me, my children. The hour of reckoning's at hand. Rejoice, for in noble sacrifice shall you find everlasting glory.
Lord Tadric, it hurts.
Soon you shall know more pain.
I was going to make it quick, for old time's sake, but now I think I ought to take my time.
Is this level 78? Yeah, this is level 78 one. Ah, great. I gotta... Damn it! Hold on. Yes! Got it. Whew.
Meddlesome wretch. This kingdom is by rights mine.
Brandon, what is the meaning of this? Tadric, you... But why? After serving us faithfully for so many years.
I am no servant. No servant. None of your father, none of your mother, none of your father, or you.
My lady!
God damn you!
Kick him, make sure he ain't faking. Scaled mustaches are cursed. Yeah, can you imagine that? Like, you're stuck with a mustache there. Because it's not even removable. So you forever look that way.
Hey, soldier, speak to me.
Brandon, my dear brave Brandon, am I your princess still? Would you honor your vows even now?
Now and ever after, my lady. My sword is yours to command.
That is well. Would that I had the strength to wield it myself. Steel your heart, brave Brandon, and for the good of Aubert and her people.
No, no, no. I cannot, I will not.
Honor your vows to your kingdom, to your princess.
To your friend who never doubted you, who knew that you would return and see justice. Justice. It should be me.
Brandon, my sword. Now and ever after.
We've rounded up the rest of Tadric's co-conspirators and tossed them into the jail. The ones who hadn't been corrupted by his magic, that is.
I'll not hesitate again. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice.
That was female? Oh, sorry. Didn't notice. Couldn't tell, really.
Well, you saw what happened.
Wicked White. She begged him to do it. Like Melinda.
Come, let us quit this place and return to Pla Eni.
Find it kind of creepy that the elf lady, yes lady, wasn't double checking. She smiled when Princess turned into a crystal. It's kind of fucked up. My best guess, she just didn't know what it was.
Do you know why I entered into the royal family service many long years ago? Because when I was attacked by a wild beast, which nearly tore me to shreds, it was Lady Soldia who came to my rescue. She saved me, and that is a debt that can never be repaid. For there is naught in this world which holds greater value than life itself. Not even her death absolves me of it, and so I must always first consider her wishes, her desires. What she would want for me in her kingdom, for Brandon, and yes, even for you, grandson.
For me?
To define oneself in opposition to the other, in other bereft of complexity of nuance, wholly devoid of redeeming qualities, a villain indeed. There is comfort in certainty and hatred. But it is a false and fleeting comfort, bought with lies we tell ourselves about who we are, what we must be, what we must do. And never you mind the cost. If anything, the more we offer up and sacrifice, the better. Do you not see? Brandon was right to hesitate, to doubt. The unwavering blade cares not whom it serves nor who it cuts.
I think I need a moment.
Perhaps you do as well. Leave us for now, Shroud.
Can we grab the next one already?
Grandson, I have given you ample time to consider the path that has brought you here, and where it invariably leads all who walk it.
I didn't know what to do after I lost Melinda. How to mourn her, or how to live. I felt that if I put it all on Dick, put my everything into the hunt, that at least I wouldn't have to think about myself or what comes next. I wanted to hollow myself out and fill up that hole with hate. Forget who I was. An irony of ironies. That's just what the poor bastard tried to do to himself a century ago, too, isn't it? Hard men making hard choices. What rot. Hold on to Melinda and the memories you shared. Let that love guide you. Think not of Dick, but Brandon. Grant him peace, and you will find your own. I think the first one's better, personally. You're right. I don't need the hate. Never did. I'll finish it for Melinda. And for Brandon. And then I'll move on.
Move on, you say?
I can't live off hate. Shouldn't have made it this far, frankly. And the more I try to reach for it, the more I find sorrow, pity, curse.
Curse not fate, but mourn her victims. Remember the dead as they lived.
Aye, something like that. Reckon Shroud would agree. And Melinda, if she were here, would probably slap me a dozen times and call me a bloody fool for acting the way I have. Or maybe you've been thinking about doing that instead, eh? Yep. Apologies for treating you with such disrespect before, Sulul. I'd like to claim I finally understand what you've been trying to tell me all this time, but I'm still getting my head around it.
Recognizing your faults is the first and most important step. I will tell you what I know of the Claws of Orthus. The ring, together with the bracelet and choker, were 3 relics passed down through the royal family over generations, signifying the owner's right to rule. Princess Saldia was the last of her line, and after her death, they were stored in a sanctuary for safekeeping. However, a year ago, a band of thieves learned of its existence.
The ones who stole the fangs and eyes of Orthus?
Yes, the relics were concealed with magical wards. I can only presume that once they were spirited away, Dick was then able to sense their presence.
Even in death, a slave to duty, you said. You think he pursued the thieves out of instinctive loyalty to his princess?
That I do. After all, he was content to leave them be so long as they remained hidden.
Only 2 of the 3 were taken, and the 3rd is still...
Claim the Claws of Orthus and he will surely come for you, yes. Timgeas is where you must go. Once you arrive at the place I marked on your map, cast this powder into the air. The glamour will fade and you will see the chest with the ring. The rest is up to you.
Thank you, Solo. I promise we'll bring you your friend peace. With me, sinner? Alright, have a good one, Elihime. Thank you so much for joining us on the stream, and have a fantastic evening, night, and morning.
And may you find peace as well, child.
Alright, see how this is gonna go. This must be the claws of Orthus. All that's left is to decide when and where we want to confront the Eater. Nope, turns out we don't get to make that choice. Or we could deal with it here now. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Hey there, old man. I don't know you and you don't know me, but I know your story. I know this isn't you. I know that if Lady Soldier was here, she'd say the same thing. It'll all be over soon, I promise you. You know, if both me and Granson use Living Dead, it's actually 4 on 1 if you think about it. Alright, here we are. Not that it matters. Got it.
Damn Eater. Let him go. He's not your bloody puppet. Finally. You watching, Melinda? No, in ever after, my lady soldier, my sword is yours to command. Brandon, he's still here?
Oh, still there?
I'll not hesitate again. Not, no matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Wait, is he trapped in the memory still?
You're wrong, Brandon. That's not what she would want. Let go of your anger. Let go of her. But that would make me lesser in your eyes, wouldn't it? To shoulder a burden that need not be mine? No, I will not forsake compassion and love. I will not dishonor your memory. Oh, my lady Soldier. He's gone. Thank you, Dissolute Drug, for the super chat, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. 1 second, I'll read it off in just a second. And with that, the 3 treasures of the royal family are reunited. Now you've just got to find a place to stick them so that no scavenger ever stumbles upon them again. Least we can do for the princess in a night, am I right?
More gil for the cause.
Maybe Sul will have some ideas. Let's head back to Plaeni. If you're planning on leveling a healer for story, you should pick Scholar as as leveling that also levels up Summoner, which looks amazing in Endwalker. I won't be playing it in Endwalker. It's solely to do the role quest. Unless there's some completionism element, I have to play it for Endwalker, of course. Thank you again for the super chat, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Generosity is always and immensely greatly appreciated. God damn it.
It is done. Brandon has been laid to rest.
You saw us when we arrived. Do you really have to ask?
No, I suppose not. Oh, my dear friend. I pray you have found peace. And what of you, grandson? Has the turmoil in your heart subsided at last?
I suppose so. Though, to be honest, it felt like I made my peace with him before we even fought. I must admit.
Because you finally saw him for what he was, and accepted that truth into your heart. The battle was but an afterthought.
Easy for you to say. You didn't have to cross blades with the bloke. By the way, I've brought you some gifts.
The 3 royal relics of Aubert. And Brandon was safeguarding both the bracelet and the choker.
And now it's your turn to look after the whole lot. That's what Lady Soldier and her knight would have wanted, I reckon.
Yes, of course. That their souls may sleep soundly forevermore, we shall enshrine these relics for all eternity.
Now that that's settled, I suppose we should be on our way. There's a detour I have to take, but afterwards, I'd like to speak with you back at the usual spot in the Crystarium. Be well, Su'ul.
I think that one has a bright life ahead of him. Few can find the strength to overcome such terrible tragedy, but he did. As have you, on no few occasions, I am sure. It has been a pleasure, Shroud. Do visit me should you ever yearn to hear an old fool prattle on and on.
Alright, time to turn it in. I'm gonna go back to the MSQ. Well met, sinner. Glad to see you made it back safe and sound. Having returned to where it all began, I can't help but think back to when I first came here, thinking only of Dick and my revenge. I was so wrapped up in my own personal affairs, I didn't realize I was only pushing others away. Glenard was the only one who saw through the facade. He's a perceptive one, aye. Took one look at me when I got back and broke into a smile. But enough about him. I have yet to thank you properly, Shroud. I owe you so much for sticking with me to the end. So what's next for you, Senna? Good question. Can't say I feel at home here in Wright or anywhere else. So I might spend some time on the road. I may not be as skilled a fighter as you, but I reckon I'm better than most. And there's always someone in need of a reliable sword hand. Melinda would want me to use my talents for a noble purpose, and helping folks in need fits the bill. Hells, isn't that what Brandon and his comrades wound up doing in the end? So, let's not call it a goodbye. Let's just say, until the next hunt. Wheresoever you go, may you find shade, sinner. Could have guessed always worth a grab, I suppose. Oh, I get all three, okay. Even one? I thought I had to select. That was a pretty damn good quest line. I do got that was such a nice self-contained story. I do like that. Like it a lot. Alright. Now back onto the MSQ. Remember to leave a like and subscribe.